Hey, Sarah! About my upcoming wedding. Could you just stay home? There are some complicated circumstances, and it seems that we can't arrange a seat for you. What? A wedding? Sarah, you're just my dad's second wife, and my stepmother, right? Even though we've lived together for nearly 20 years, you're not my real family, so I really need you to not attend.
Wait a minute, Hannah. This is all too sudden. I can't keep up. First of all, what wedding? Upcoming? Meaning you're actually getting married?
Oh? I hadn't told you about the marriage yet? Actually, I'm getting married. I got proposed to recently, and I've already met his parents. We're planning to have the wedding ceremony within this year.
What? I haven't heard a word about this. When did you even meet this person? You never introduced him to us or mentioned you were dating someone serious.
About 6 months ago at a mixer. Ryan is super handsome, and his family is loaded. Why would I need to tell you about my dating life?
6 months? That seems rather quick to decide on marriage.
This was fate. When you know, you know.
Something this important as marriage. Why didn't you tell me right away?
Since I wasn't going to invite you to the ceremony anyway, what's the point of telling you?
Why won't you invite me? Even though we're not related by blood, I'm your mother, the mother who has raised you for 20 years. I want to celebrate your marriage at a beautiful venue too.
I understand how you feel, but it's impossible due to complicated circumstances. I've told him and his parents that our family is just me and Dad. Imagine if I suddenly brought you along. Everyone would be shocked, right?
Why are you saying you're from a single-father household? Your dad and I got married when you were in elementary school. Since then, the three of us have lived together as a family.
Because being from a single-father household makes people feel sorry for me and attracts guys.
What?
When I say my parents are divorced, everyone is nice to me, especially guys who say things like, "You can rely on me as much as you want." That's why I've told all my previous boyfriends that I'm from a single-father household.
By saying all your previous boyfriends, do you mean your fiancé too?
Of course! As usual, I advertised myself as being from a single-father household at the mixer and caught him.
Advertised being from a single-father household?
Just being from a single-father household makes guys treat you like a brave girl they want to protect. Thanks to that, I managed to date the super handsome, highly sought-after Ryan, and he gave me a passionate proposal saying, "I want to give you a warm family."
You've got to be kidding. So neither he nor his parents know about me?
They don't know, and there's no need to tell them, so don't say anything unnecessary.
Hannah, this isn't right. You're building a relationship on lies. How do you expect to maintain this deception after you're married?
It's easy. You just stay away from family gatherings, and Dad keeps quiet about you. It's not like they'll ever need to know.
So you think you can just continue to ignore my existence?
It would be inconvenient if they found out now that I actually have a stepmother. If I lose the lavish wedding and honeymoon because of this, I won't forgive you.
So you're planning such a wonderful wedding?
He and his parents said they'd cover all the expenses. Ryan's family apparently owns a lot of land in their hometown. They said they'd pay for whatever kind of wedding I want because I've had a hard time growing up in a single-father household, so they're covering all the costs for the ceremony and honeymoon.
What generous people! But that kindness is based on believing your lies. How can you deceive such people and have them pay for everything? Don't you feel any guilt about this?
Nope, not at all. If I had even a bit of guilt, I would have told them everything by now. So, Sarah, make sure you protect my single-father household setting. I won't invite you to the ceremony, and please cooperate so they don't find out about you in the future.
Hannah, listen to me. Marriage is about honesty and trust. Starting this relationship with such a significant lie is just...
Oh, please, spare me the lecture. Everyone has secrets in relationships. Mine just happens to be about my family situation.
This isn't a small secret. You're denying my existence and the last 20 years of our family life.
It's not that serious. Look, I'm getting a dream wedding and marrying into money. Isn't that what you always wanted for me? To be happy and secure?
Not in this way. Not at the expense of the truth in our relationship.
Well, it's happening whether you like it or not. Just stay quiet and out of my life.
Tom, listen to this. Hannah's being horrible. She's acting like I don't exist, and not telling me about her marriage is just too cruel.
Huh? What's this all of a sudden, and what marriage are you talking about?
I just got a call from Hannah. She's getting married, she says, to a wealthy landowner's son with a ceremony planned for within this year.
What? Really?
So I suppose you didn't know either, but that's not all that's terrible. She hasn't told the groom or his parents about my existence. She's lied to them, saying she's from a single-father household, playing on their sympathy.
What?
Thanks to that, his family is covering all the costs for the wedding ceremony and honeymoon. She warned me not to expose this.
All expenses paid? So Hannah is marrying into a real wealthy family.
But don't you think this is terrible? She's deceiving them, and moreover, the way she's treating me is awful. I've raised Hannah like my own daughter for 20 years. Can't you say something to Hannah?
Well, calm down a bit, Sarah. I understand how you feel having your years of effort and memories trampled on. Being treated like you don't exist must make you really angry. But could you just bear with it?
What?
I was surprised that Hannah is getting married with this single-father household setup, but because of that, they're gonna cover all the wedding expenses, right? This is too good to pass up, so let's just go with this single-father household setting.
Wait, Tom, you're not seriously going along with Hannah's lie, are you?
But it's really helpful, isn't it? Actually, just between us, you know the savings we've been building for Hannah? I put it all in cryptocurrency, and it's all gone.
What? We saved that up for when Hannah eventually gets married, so we could give it as a wedding gift. I scrimped and saved every penny to build that up.
That's why I thought I'd try to multiply it. When I tried it with my pocket money, $1,000 turned into $10,000. So I thought I could turn Hannah's $30,000 into about $300,000.
So you used it all without consulting me, and now it's all gone?
Well, investing is hard, but I was worried this would eventually come out and was wondering what to do. But this truly is a lifesaver. Who would have thought she'd catch such a rich guy that we don't even need it? That's my daughter.
Don't mess with me. You use the money without permission, and then you're willing to go along with your daughter's lies because it's convenient. What about me? What happens to me, who's been a mother and your wife for 20 years? Am I supposed to be excluded from the wedding and live in the shadows forever?
Okay, let's do this. Sarah, let's say you're a live-in housekeeper. That way we're not completely denying your existence.
What?
Oh, with a housekeeper setting, you might even get invited to the wedding. Well, thank you so much. Thanks to you, Hannah grew up to be a good kid, and I was able to focus on work, and we saved on wedding expenses. I don't know what would have happened without a live-in housekeeper like you.
You can't be serious, treating a family member you've lived with as a housekeeper. This is getting worse and worse.
But we left the household chores to you, so what you've been doing is essentially the same as being a housekeeper, right? There's nothing wrong with that.
What?
To be honest, marrying you was pretty much for Hannah's sake. As long as someone could take care of the house and look after Hannah, it didn't matter who my wife was.
That's...
Oh, so maybe your role is over now. If Hannah is getting married, we don't need a caretaker anymore. And for household chores, we could hire a real housekeeper. We might as well get divorced.
Divorced?
That way, the single-father household setting becomes real. Man, I'm such a genius to come up with this.
That's enough! I clearly understand what you both think of me now. It seems my 20 years have been a waste of time.
Don't be so dramatic. I'm just being practical here.
Practical? You're betraying 2 decades of marriage and family life for the sake of convenience. I can't believe what I'm hearing. Is this how little you value our marriage? Our family?
I value practicality. This is a golden opportunity for Hannah. Can't you see that?
All I see is that both of you are perfectly fine discarding me when it's convenient. Maybe I should consider that divorce seriously. Your suggestion revealed how you truly feel about me. I'm just the hired help to you, aren't I?
That's not what I meant. I was just...
Just what? Being honest for once? At least now I know where I stand in this family.
Come on, Sarah, be reasonable. Think about Hannah's future.
I've thought about nothing but Hannah's future for 20 years, but apparently that doesn't count for anything in this family. Hannah, do you have a moment? There's something I'd like to talk to you about.
Sorry, I'm super busy with wedding preparations, so I don't have time to make for a live-in housekeeper.
What?
I heard from Dad that he told you he doesn't need you anymore and that you're getting divorced.
That's right. After several discussions, we decided to formally divorce, so I'm packing my things to leave the house.
That's hilarious! So the divorce is confirmed.
I still can't forgive the way you two treated me, but you know, after 20 years together, I still have some affection left towards you. So before the divorce, can I meet with you once?
Huh? Why would I meet with someone who's about to be divorced?
For me, you're still an important daughter. That's why I have something to talk about regarding your marriage. I've heard some things, and I'm really worried about this marriage.
Worried? Don't act like my mother. You're just a housekeeper. Actually, you're fired as of today. A woman who has served her purpose shouldn't interfere with my wedding.
Fine, but I hope you won't regret this.
I won't.
I see. When you say it so clearly, it's quite refreshing.
I'm going to create a happy family with him. His family is super rich, so I might even hire a real housekeeper.
Then hurry up and get married and go to hell.
Huh? What's with you suddenly? Go to hell is such a harsh thing to say. You said you still had some affection for me, right?
That completely disappeared just now. I no longer recognize a child who forgets the gratitude for being raised for 20 years. I won't help you no matter what happens to you from now on, because I'm not your mother.
I don't really understand, but that's just fine. Just hurry up and divorce Dad.
What exactly don't you understand, Hannah? That actions have consequences? That treating people who love you like garbage might come back to haunt you?
Whatever. It's not like you're my real mom anyway. You're just someone Dad married because he needed help around the house.
Is that what you think? That the last 20 years were just employment?
Of course. You were just our housekeeper.
I see. Well, thank you for your honesty. It makes what I'm about to do much easier.
What are you going to do?
I'm simply going to walk away from this toxic relationship and never look back.
Good. That's exactly what we want. Bye-bye, Sarah. Enjoy your sad, lonely life while I enjoy my rich husband and fancy new family.
We'll see who ends up with the sad life, Hannah. Good luck with your marriage built on lies.
I don't need any luck because I already have everything I need. Help me, please, help me. Sarah, get me out of here right now.
Huh? What's this all of a sudden?
Well, I just got back from my honeymoon. The other day I had my wedding and then went straight on a honeymoon, and when I came back, his parents were at the airport for some reason. I was brought to live with them, saying we're going to live together.
Oh, is that so? Thank you for dutifully reporting to someone who isn't even your mother. I've never lived with in-laws, but I hear it's tough.
Why are you talking about this so casually? This isn't a report, it's an SOS. I'm asking you to help me. Without any discussion, suddenly living together, and they're telling me to do all the housework and caregiving. There's no way I can handle this hellish living situation.
Oh, so it includes caregiving after all. So there are grandparents in the house who need intensive care.
So you knew everything all along. That's what you were talking about the other day, wasn't it?
I wanted to tell the truth to his family, but I didn't want to cancel the wedding because of it, so I investigated whether they were people who would listen calmly. Then I heard rumors that they seemed to be a family with some issues. Apparently, several marriage arrangements have fallen through because of live-in caregiving, but you wouldn't listen to me at all.
You should have made me listen more seriously. Then I would have listened, and I wouldn't have gotten married.
What?
If I had known about this, I would have run away from him. Suddenly starting to live together and being told to do all the housework and caregiving is unacceptable. Moreover, both grandparents have dementia and don't understand what's being said. It's really unacceptable to be told to do all the caregiving and housework.
Well, well, just calm down. You should just bill them for caregiving costs and compensation. After all, you married the wealthy son who is in high demand, right?
I already tried that, but they told me I'll be working 365 days a year without even pocket money. They said the wedding ceremony and honeymoon expenses were my compensation. They said they've already paid me in advance.
Wow, so that's why they were so generous. No wonder the marriage arrangements have fallen through multiple times. They've calculated precisely how to make sure you can't escape.
So please, I need your help to escape from here. They're off guard because they think you don't have anywhere to return to since you're from a single-father household. They don't know that I actually have a mother. That's why now is our chance. Pretend to be a distant relative coming to visit with wedding congratulations. Then get me out of this hellish living situation.
Oh my, what a wonderful plan! But too bad, since I'm no longer a mother or a housekeeper, I have no obligation to help you out.
What?
I've just started living alone and I'm quite busy, so good luck trying to escape on your own. Bye!
Wait, please, Sarah, I'm begging you. I know I was awful to you, but I'm desperate.
Desperate enough to acknowledge me as your mother now?
Yes, you're my mother. You've always been my mother. Please, help me.
How convenient that you remember that now. Where was this sentiment when you were planning your wedding?
I was stupid and selfish. I was blinded by Ryan's wealth and the promise of an easy life. I didn't think about the consequences.
And now you're facing those consequences, just as I warned you.
Please, Sarah, I don't have anyone else to turn to. Dad is just useless in this situation.
Have you told him about your predicament?
Yes, but he just said to stick it out because of how wealthy they are. He doesn't understand how bad it is here.
I see. Well, I'm sorry you're in this situation, Hannah, but my answer remains the same. You made your bed. Now lie in it.
You can't be serious. You're really going to abandon me here after everything we've been through?
Everything we've been through, like how you abandoned me, how you denied my existence, how you treated me like hired help instead of family. That everything?
I'm sorry. I truly am. Please, Sarah. Mom, help me.
It's too late for that. I've moved on with my life. I suggest you figure out how to do the same.
Help me, Sarah! At this rate, both Hannah and I will be drowning in debt and end up on the streets!
What?
Actually, just now Hannah came back saying she's getting divorced. Her husband's family also came over, and both families are discussing the divorce.
Really? I'm surprised that she managed to escape on her own and immediately starting divorce talks. That's good, isn't it?
How is any of this good? We're being told to pay $80,000 in cash at once to get divorced. They want us to pay back all the costs for the wedding ceremony and honeymoon. If not, they won't agree to Hannah's divorce, and she'll have to return to living with them right away.
Then just pay it. If your daughter is in trouble, as a parent, you should help her out.
What are you saying? It's $80,000! $80,000!
You have the money you saved for when Hannah gets married, right? If you gather that and your current savings, you should be able to pay about $80,000. Oh, sorry, I forgot that the money you carefully saved was blown on cryptocurrency.
Why are you laughing? This is no laughing matter!
You created this situation yourself, didn't you? You spent the money I had saved up bit by bit, and including that, I took almost everything in the property division, so your savings are almost zero. I'm fine because I have a daughter who married into a wealthy family, you said, and gave me all the cash, didn't you?
Damn it, I never thought this would happen. I thought since Hannah married into a wealthy family, our retirement would be secure. I thought as long as we had a house and car, we'd be fine without savings.
Sorry your bet didn't pay off. Hannah must be having a hard time, too. Having a hard time. But as a parent, you need to do your best for her.
Hey, Sarah, you're Hannah's mother too, right? Even if you're not related by blood, you've lived together as her mother for 20 years. So couldn't you help us in a time like this?
What?
Actually, Why don't you just come back to me? With the money I gave you, we should be able to make $80,000. Then Hannah can get a clean divorce, and we can live together as three again. Let's return everything to how it was, all nice and smooth.
Save your dreams for when you're asleep. I have no intention of returning to being a convenient housekeeper. Who would want to be family with you two again?
Wait, you're getting on in years, and being single must be lonely. If things continue like this, you'll end up a pitiful old lady. Old age without a family to rely on is tough.
It's still much better than living with you two. In fact, I'm very happy.
What?
It's good that you have a daughter you can rely on as family, so the two of you should support each other and live happily. Now, if you'll excuse me, goodbye forever.
Sarah, please, I'm desperate here. Hannah won't stop crying, and his family is threatening legal action if we don't pay.
That sounds like a personal problem. Why would I care about the troubles of people who treated me like I was disposable?
I made a mistake, okay? I admit it. I was wrong to suggest the divorce and wrong to go along with Hannah's lie. Just forgive me.
And you were wrong to invest our savings without consulting me, and wrong to treat me like a housekeeper all these years.
Yes, all of that. I was a terrible husband. But please, Sarah, I'm begging you, help us just this once and I'll never bother you again.
You certainly won't bother me again either way. I'm definitely blocking your number after this call.
You can't be serious. After 20 years of marriage, you're just going to abandon us like this?
Like father, like daughter. You both seem to think relationships only matter when they're convenient for you. Now you're learning that's not how it works.
Sarah, please, what can I do to convince you? I'll do anything!
There's nothing you can do. You've shown me exactly who you are, Tom. Both of you have, and I deserve better than to be your safety net when things go wrong.
But what about all our years together? Don't they count for anything?
They counted for me every single day, but apparently they meant nothing to you when you were ready to discard me for Hannah's wedding scheme.
But people make mistakes. We can definitely fix this.
Some mistakes can't be fixed, Tom. Goodbye. I immediately blocked their contacts. They shouldn't know the address of the apartment where I started living alone, so I'll never have to deal with those two again. As for what happened to them after that, after many discussions, it seems that the groom's side had also hidden the live-in arrangement and caregiving. And our side had hidden the existence of a mother, so it was discovered that both sides had been deceitful. As a result, they agreed to a mutual non-claim for damages. However, they had to pay his family about $40,000, split from the wedding and honeymoon expenses. Hannah and her father seem to be frantically trying to borrow money from relatives and friends. But no one is willing to lend to the two who betrayed 20 years of gratitude. They apparently spend their days yelling at each other. Because of you, I lose contacts every time I call an acquaintance. And I'm losing all my friends too.
Thank you for watching all the way until the end. If you felt good after watching this video, please like the video. If not, please leave a comment and give us your feedback. Also, don't forget to subscribe. Your comments and likes help this channel grow. We hope you enjoy our other stories as well.